Hi guys, my name is Rich Tidwell, the CEO and founder of Legacy Housing, and I'm here with my lovely wife, Brandy Tidwell, who is our Chief Operations Officer. And we are also sitting with our new friends, Chris and Jenny Williams, who are the founders of our daughter's house. We met recently because they are seeking to house children who are aging out of foster care. They found Legacy Housing, and we are starting to develop a relationship. So Chris and Jenny, what is the plan for this property? How'd you pick this one, and what are you going to be doing with it?
This was completely thrown into our laps. We had a different property picked out, and God just was like, no, it's not enough. And brought this into vision and brought this into where we could have never afforded it outside of him, but because it's for his purpose and for his causes, miraculously became available to us. And when you walk through the doors, even though it's demoed, it's so rich in here, and it is just feels like home. I can't even fathom what it's going to feel like. Yeah. So once we stepped foot, I think it was within a couple hours, we kind of knew that this is where we were going to be. So.
Yeah, I love it. Our primary mission at Legacy Housing is to prevent youth homelessness and sex trafficking by providing free, quality housing for at-risk, aged-out foster youth. And that's what I see when I walk through our daughter's house, is I see a quality home, somewhere that I would enjoy living. It's out in the country. It's beautiful out here. We're out in Chapel Hill, Texas, by the way, and it's wonderful. When you step outside, you see deer, you hear cows, you can see all the stars. It's a beautiful, large layout plan, as you'll see on the video. And this is something that will really benefit those children who are aging out. In our experience in Ormond Beach, where we planted the first home, this is what you need. You need a large open floor plan, you need lots of bedrooms, you need to give everybody their own space, and then also the house parents need to be able to have their own space, and this property is built exactly for that. We are coming together in something called the Legacy Housing Network, and that's really begun to form in no small part because Chris and Jenny reached out to us when they were getting this started. Almost a year ago, you reached out with the vision, and we started to talk about what it looks like to house children who are aging out of foster care. We were able to begin sharing some of our experience, and that has started to formulate into this home in Texas, along with another home in Canton, Missouri. We're in talks with California as well. We're opening another home in Orlando. And what we see is that the Lord is beginning to take the Legacy Housing program and spread it across the United States in order to help these children who are aging out, who have gone through various traumas, recover and be able to experience healing, experience family. One thing that I really like about our daughter's house is the name. Chris and Jenny decided, what would be the very best name that we could name our home? And they want the ladies who are going to live here to be family, to feel like family, to be daughters. And so this became our daughter's house. Tell me, what is it that you guys are excited about with this partnership and about being together with the Legacy Housing Network?
Well, I think I speak for both of us. When we were in prayer. It's very hard. There aren't many of us, as y'all know.
Yeah.
There are not many of us. And so we were seeking and in prayer, thinking surely there's got to be other homes that run as a home and not as a facility. Yeah. That's important, as we've all discussed. It's so important that it's not a facility, that it is not sterile, that is not a dormitory, but that it is, we believe that the Lord heals through legacy and that he heals through heritage. Yeah. And so it was hard to find people, and so the video when we came across y'all's was amazing and inspiring. But not only that, we reached out, and to have the guidance and the guiding light that y'all have provided has been phenomenal. I know we personally did not want to create a wheel. We didn't want to have to experience things needlessly, and just being partnered has really helped already tremendously before we even have people in. Avoid a lot of pitfalls that we would have honestly walked into. So that's been huge. On top of that, just being able to converse with people that know exactly the steps that you're taking and what you're going through. Yeah. I mean, there's strength in numbers, and where we're braided together is just strengthened, and vice versa. So it's been remarkable.
Now, that brings up what we just had, which was the Our Daughter's House first annual dinner, which was incredible. When we put on this dinner, it's the very first one, the community came out in force. Jenny had to turn people away because so many people wanted to come. We couldn't fit them in the tent. We didn't have enough food for you. I'm sorry, folks who couldn't make it. And we not only met, but exceeded the goal that we set, because this community wants to see this happen. And that says a lot about Chapel Hill and this greater Houston area and the people that live out here. Tell us all about that event, how crazy it was, how wonderful the results were, Share it with everybody.
It was so good. Well, thank y'all, because honestly, I think having y'all out here to calm the nerves and then also to kind of guide in that direction, because of course we've never done this before.
Yeah.
But yes, over 300 people gathered to rally behind these children, and you couldn't help but walk through the crowd and want to just cry because God's goodness was so abundant. Yeah. We believe that he is chasing after his babies and that we just get to play a part in that. And so it was as if we were seeing prayers answered, and we were seeing what he had already spoken over this. It was playing out in front of us. And so we were so completely moved by that. And we knew we lived in a supportive community, but we had no idea. It's not like we even knew majority of these people. They came because God called them to, and because they really want to defend the orphans. We had a goal of 100,000 to get our home up and going, and we surpassed that on the first night, which is just amazing, and it continues to rise as the days go on.
It's amazing.
It is amazing. It is amazing, and that's because of hearts like yours. I've had so many people reach out to us, even in the past few days, that have said, what we heard spoken out, we've been hearing that in our own home.
Yeah.
And we are encouraged now. And it's because he's aligning an army. This is not just something that we're doing to feel good about ourselves. This is not something that we're doing because we see a need and we feel like we can fill it. It is a calling, and it is something that's been placed on all of us that love the Lord. Yeah. It doesn't mean that you have to open your own house necessarily, but some part, he is calling you to play some part in this.
When we first started talking about this, about bringing girls in, the one thing I told Jenny is I'm not going to tell the Lord this is not my season. I don't feel equipped for this, but we're going to be praying for the right people to come along. Yeah. And just the other day, God was reminding me of my prayers, and he reminded me, he's like, you prayed for all these people. Yeah. Like a farmer prays for rain. Yeah. And the other night, watching cars pull in, literally, like I was like, here they come. They're flooding in. It is pouring down.
And I am so excited to see this home. You've done so much work already. I'm so excited to see it completed and come back here and see the children, our daughters, have a home and a family with Chris and Jenny. That's going to be an amazing day. Listen, as Jenny was saying earlier, we really are all called to do something. James 1:27 says that pure and undefiled religion before our God and Father is this, to look after orphans and widows in their distress and to keep oneself unspotted from the world. And what that means is, in order to not be like the world, you must be looking after orphans and widows and people who are in need. Orphans, or children who are fatherless, children that don't have a family support system, they are some of the most vulnerable of any demographic because they do not have mom and dad or family to help give them mentorship or protection from people who are looking to take advantage of them. And by providing a home and a loving atmosphere, and of course the gospel of Jesus Christ, you're able to see them be protected, be loved, and recover and heal from the various traumas that they experienced going into foster care. So I would really prayerfully encourage you to consider how you could join up with Legacy Housing and Our Daughter's House and the other homes that are joining this network, how you could join up, whether it's start a home of your own, whether it's become a financial supporter, whether it's donate your time and services to one of the homes, whatever it is, really consider what you might be able to do. Thank you very much, each one of you who are donors and supporters and prayer warriors, everyone who helps to ensure that Legacy Housing and homes like Our Daughter's House within our network are up and running and able to serve these children. Thank you for what you're doing.
We need you. If you're watching this, it's for a reason. And if you don't know what it is yet, email us and we'll tell you what we need.
Yes. connect@legacyhousingproject.com. That's the email address you can reach out at. Guys, thank you very much. Thank you for this opportunity. We'll be posting regular updates about our daughter's house and other homes that are joining the network so that you know everything that's going on and you can see the growth as it's happening across the United States. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you both. Thank you, Brandy. And until next time, may the Lord bless you. See you guys.